Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XCW Japan Deliverance. Ladies and gentlemen, our season finale for this season. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a huge show on tap for you tonight. 6 championship bouts, including the XCW Pure Championship. Wyatt Sawyer, who claims he's bringing the Pure Championship to XCW Japan, will take on Travis Bruiser. Can Travis Bruiser win the title and bring it back to XCW? We're going to find that out just momentarily. Tag Team Championships on the line. The Wild Cards will take on the Wolf Lair for the CWGP Tag Team Championships. The Women's CWGP Tag Team Championships are on the line. Tiffany and Angela Taylor will defend against the Wilson sisters and the Tanaka sisters. Valix will go up with the beautiful Samantha Bruiser in his corner against Kyle Morrison for the CWGP Canadian Championship. The TCW Championship shows up, tonight in XCW. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your steps. The TCW Championship is now home here in XCW. We'll get to that later on during the match. Justin Edward Lee will take on Brody Blackwell for the championship in a cage match. And our main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Ian King will take on the Beast for the CWGP World Heavyweight Champion. The Beast has a date with Destiny. If he can make it to WrestleCade, he will equal the longest reigning champion in one reign ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be paying attention to that. Let's take this to ringside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live tonight in Tokyo, Japan for Deliverance.
And is for the XCW Pure Championship.
And here comes Travis Bruiser, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Bruiser has been kind of running around trying to figure things out since his cousin Isaac Bruiser was injured. And he's hoping to make a statement here tonight in the singles division as he takes on Wyatt Sawyer. Travis Bruiser, of course, is the nephew of the general manager of Rebellion and of XCW, Nick Bruiser. His son was injured not too long ago. We're hearing that he may return in the next couple of months. And here comes Wyatt Sawyer.
Introducing the challenger from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 395 pounds, Travis Bruiser. And his opponent from Staten Island, New York, weighing in at 242 pounds, the XCW Pure Champion, Wyatt Sawyer!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live tonight in Tokyo, Japan at the Tokyo Dome. And this is going to be quite a match here tonight. Your championship up for grabs first. And here we go out of the corner. These two come. Travis with a slap and a grapple hold on Wyatt Sawyer. Wyatt Sawyer elbows him out, and here we go with the first big move of the game. The match, rather, drops a huge brainbuster, followed up by a leg drop. Wyatt Sawyer has exploded onto the scene here in XCW since debuting. He's captured the XCW Pure Championship, and he's intending to bring it to Japan. Will that happen as of tonight? We will find out. Collar and elbow. Irish whip send in the corner. A big elbow by Wyatt Sawyer on the big man, Travis Bruiser. That's 400 pounds easy. Travis Bruiser, probably one of the biggest men in XCW history. Head first into the turnbuckle. Wyatt Sawyer looking for something here. Oh my God, lady. This could be a big one. Huge superplex. I'm surprised they didn't break the ring. And Wyatt Sawyer continues. A snapmare onto the neck of Travis Bruiser, going for the cover here. This is a tad early, but we'll try. One, and barely a two. And he kicks out. Big leg drop by Wyatt Sawyer. And onto that bamboo flooring on the outside. Oh. And here comes a sledgehammer being brought into the equation. This is the no rules match. I remember when the Pure Championship had its own set of rules, but lately the management has not been using that by the wayside. And this match continues. Wyatt Sawyer on the top rope, looking to fly. Double axe hammer. And Travis Bruiser is in trouble early here in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deep in the WrestleCade season, getting close to that pinnacle of the season finale. Big power bomb. And this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. The cover. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Wyatt Sawyer retains.
Here is your winner, and still XCW Pure Champion, Wyatt Sawyer!
Wyatt Sawyer walks out of here tonight, and we're going to go on to our next match. All right, the first of two tag team championship matches tonight. This is the men's CWGP World Tag Team Championships. The Wild Cards will take on Wolflayer. And this is the TLC match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while these gentlemen are making their way to the ring, we had the sad passing, some sad news last week in XCW. The XCW corporate jet was flying from Montreal, Quebec, Canada to Toronto, Ontario, and exploded mid-air. The entire flight crew plus one passenger, XCW superstar Aaron O'Connor, were on that airplane, and unfortunately to this moment are believed to be passed. There is a big search going on, an investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board And we're hoping for a miracle, but ladies and gentlemen, with this much time passed, miracles are hard to come by at this point. We'll keep you apprised on that as they have recovered recently the black box and found out the escape pod from the airplane was jettisoned. Now, what that means is that possibly someone, or maybe a couple of people, may have escaped the airplane. And as soon as we know, we will follow you up throughout the course of our shows leading up to WrestleCade. But X Factor coming up next week will be an entire show dedicated to the XCW superstar Aaron O'Connor. And here comes Wolf Lair.
And at a combined weight of 548 pounds, the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix World Tag Team Champions, Niles McGregor and Scott Topic, the Wolf Pack.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Niles McGregor, Scott Topic against Evan and Aaron Slater. And here we go. Snapmare by Aaron Slater. Evan Slater being kicked by Niles McGregor. These are the Wolf Lair. Wolf Lair has won at least 8 times the Tag Team Championships, be it from XCW or the CWGP Tag Team Championships. And Niles McGregor looking for something big here. Evan Slater, what a kick there. Aaron Slater working over Niles McGregor. Okay, this is the first of 2 tag team matches later. After this match, we will be having a 3-way for the women's tag titles. Evan Slater on the outside. Scott Toffin ramming Evans' head into the table. And Niles McGregor working over Aaron Slater on the inside of the ring. Just taking a look to see if Scott Toffin needed some help. Oh, what a big boot. Niles McGregor now has the opportunity. Going to set up the ladder. A big kick by Niles McGregor on the outside, sending him right down on the bathroom flooring. Oh, a steel chair whacking him across the head. And Aaron Slater's in trouble here. Scott Topic on the inside with Evan Slater. Looking to start making his climb. And Evan Slater just pushes the ladder. Miles McGregor stomping away at Evan Slater. A table is in the ring now. And a DDT by Slater. Scott Topic with a huge clothesline on the outside on Aaron Slater. This very well could be a contender for match of the night. Oh, what a super kick by McGregor. Miles McGregor meeting the turnbuckle face first. Oh, what a kick. Evan and Aaron Slater. Military press by Scott Topic. And that ladder's standing. Evan Slater looking to climb up for those titles. Almost has a hand on him, and then he gets tossed. The ladder gets pushed away by Niles McGregor. Knee to the head, busting open Evan Slater. And now Scott Topic setting up the ladder. That was a bad move by Scott Topic. Face first into the bamboo flooring. That's the unique thing about XCW Japan. Rather than a mat, the floor is completely made of bamboo. It's unforgiving. Miles McGregor, a knee to the head. And now a chair being brought into this. Aaron Slater and Evan Slater with outside with more flair. These four men are pounding the hell out of each other, trying to figure out who will finish the season as the CWGP Tag Team Champions. Aaron Slater trying to climb. Aaron Slater reaching for that championship. Evan keeping Niles McGregor at bay. And he's got it, ladies and gentlemen. We have new tag champions. The Wild Cards have grabbed on to CWGP Tag Team Gold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on to our next match. And Angela Brooks and Tiffany Taylor getting booed out the building here in Tokyo. They're not fairly loved here.
The following is a triple threat tag team match and is for the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the champions, the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix Women's Tag Team Champions, and the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix Women's Champions, the Grim Reaper, Tiffany Taylor, and the Rockstar, Angela Brooks.
And here come the Wilson sisters.
Wilson and Amber Wilson, the B-Team.
And here come the Tanaka sisters. Riley and Victoria Tanaka.
Victoria Tanaka and Riley Tanaka. Toxic Attraction.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, don't adjust to yourselves with the exception of their hairstyles. These two are twins. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Victoria and Riley off to a huge start here. One. clothesline by somebody. I don't see who it was. Mickey Wilson. Moonsault by Angela Brooks. Tiffany Taylor just took a Superman punch. Irish whip. And the cover. And ladies and gentlemen, we have new tag champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Tanaka sisters are the new prevailing tag team champions.
And Riley Tanaka, Toxic Attraction.
Yes, the Tanaka sisters. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, next, Valix versus Kyle Morrison for the CWGP Canadian Championship.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match and is for the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix Northern Atlantic Championship.
Valix has a new mask for this evening. It's a little shinier than it's been lately. And here comes Kyle Morrison.
Introducing the challenger from out of this world, weighing in at 303 pounds, the Destroyer! And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 226 pounds, the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix Northern Atlantic Champion, Kyle Morrison!
Kyle Morrison a little reluctant to hand over the championship. Alex taking a look at it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The CWGP Canadian Championship is on the line. Out of the corner, these two come. Huge headbutt by Alex to start things out. And a knee by Kyle Morrison. Kyle Morrison on the outside looking, and that didn't go anywhere. Alex collar and elbow tie up, Irish whip into the turnbuckle. The stomp. Head first into the turnbuckle. Alex having Kyle Morrison on the turnbuckle now. Alex going up. Kyle Morrison trying to get out of this. Slips out and pulls Alex down from the top of the turnbuckle. Rolls him over for the cover. I don't think he's going to get much out of this. Not even a one. Samantha Bruiser uncoupling the turnbuckle for Alex. Now, naughty. Samantha Bruiser. What a takedown by Kyle Morrison. And a kick to the back. Kyle Morrison with the stomp now. Trying to retain the Canadian Championship and keep it in XCW Japan. And Alex trying to bring it to XCW. Seeing the Pure Championship has fallen to Japan. Gold for gold. Cover here, hooks the leg, gets a one.
The following contest is a steel cage match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the TCW Championship is here now in XCW. Ladies and gentlemen, TCW, one of our friends, one of our friendly promotions in the neighborhood, has unfortunately closed, or at least temporarily. They had fallen on difficult times financially. So Nick Bruiser was able to negotiate to get the TCW Championship here in XCW so that it can be kept up in the spirit of TCW. And here we go tonight. Brody Blackwell will take on Justin Edward Lee, the Cowboy.
Introducing the challenger from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 308 pounds, Brody Blackwell. And his opponent from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing in at 271 pounds, the ECW World Champion, Cowboy Justin Edward Lee.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A chop block by Justin Lee, going after Brody Blackwell. Off the rope with a splash. A kick to the midsection. Going for the cover here, hooks the leg, gets a one. Justin Lee and Brody Blackwell TCW World Heavyweight Champion. Irish whip countered by Brody Blackwell. In this match, there is no escape, ladies and gentlemen. It is a win by pinfall or submission. And a super kick by Justin Lee. Square to the jaw of Brody Blackwell. Picking him up. And a reverse power bomb. And Justin Lee might have hurt his neck on that exchange. Brody Blackwell in trouble, collar and elbow. Head first into the turnbuckle. Slamming him again into the turnbuckle. Elbow to the head. Brody Blackwell fighting back. Collar and elbow. Irish whip. And a choke slam by Blackwell going for the cover here. Hooks the leg. And a kick out at 1. Brody with him on the shoulder. Tossing him. Brody Blackwell. Collar and elbow. A pile driver by Justin Lee. The cover here hooks the leg. Is it enough? 1, 2, and a near fall. Justin Lee trying to retain his TCW championship here into a submission. And Brody Blackwell has tapped out, ladies and gentlemen. And Cowboy Justin Lee is victorious here tonight at Deliverance.
Here is your winner, and still ECW World Champion, Cowboy Justin Edward Lee.
And ladies and gentlemen, WrestleCade around the corner. What will be in store for Cowboy Justin Lee? Will he walk into season 12 carrying this championship? Or will somebody derail him there? And we're going to find out in the coming weeks. And we're off to our main event, ladies and gentlemen.
The following contest is a no-holds-barred match and is for the Classic Wrestling Grand Prix World Heavyweight Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Can Ian King win his 13th World Championship? Or will this curse that's been haunting him all season long continue to stumble him? Will Brad King get a chance to walk into WrestleCade as the champion? It has been decided that Brad King will defend if he wins at WrestleCade, but we don't know who yet. And we are 3 weeks away from the big show and the season finale of XCW for this season. And here comes the beast, Brad King, the current reigning, defending CWGP World Champion. This is our main event.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 247 pounds, a superstar! And his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 352 pounds, the classic wrestling Grand Prix World Heavyweight Champion, the Beast, Brad King!
And the ref calls for the bell, and here we go. Collar and elbow tie-up. And Ian King going straight for it. And a backbreaker on the Beast. He's stretching out the back while he's at it. Ian King stumps Brad King here. Tosses him by his foot. Ian King on fire here tonight so far to kick things off. Looking to try to capture the CWGP World Heavyweight Championship, a 13th world title to his credit here in XCW. Ian King. Off the ropes. Big boot to the head. And a knee driven into the bamboo floor, and gets out a baseball bat. Whacks it across the leg of the Beast. And a shot to the gut right in the breadbasket. Ian King going to work here. Belly to belly. Ian King so far driving this matchup. $450 from the top. And sends him into the ring. Drops an elbow from the springboard, and Ian King now looking to put things away. And this is not something we're accustomed to from Brad King here. T-Virus lined up and going for the cover. And a kick out at 2. Kick to the midsection by Ian King. Head first into the turnbuckle. And into a schoolboy, the cover. And a kick out at 1. Brad King with the deadlift and a huge power slam. That'll take the wind from your sails. Biting his hand. Now Brad King looking for a spear through the ropes. And going for the cover here. Doesn't hook the leg. And Ian King pushes them off. Brad King now wrestling more like the Brad King of old. Kick to the midsection. Grabbing him in. And a power bomb. The cover here. 2 and a kick out. Trying again. And Ian King just shoving him off. Going back and forth here. Chops for chops here. Clothesline. And a back body drop. Into the spine buster, the cover. Hooks the leg. Is it enough? 1, 2. Do we have a new champion? No! Irish whip. And into the King's Cross. Ian King with the King's Cross. And Brad King is in trouble. This is, for the last 2 years, Brad King has been the most dominant man when it comes to being in this match. And now Ian King setting up. Lays down the T-Virus. Cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner. And
For the 13th time in his career, ladies and gentlemen, Ian King has won the World Championship. This one being the CWGP World Heavyweight Championship. By beating the Beast and standing within his way to getting into the history books. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us tonight. I am your host, Josh Tyler. How will this continue on for the rest of the season? We're going to get those answers over the course of the next couple of weeks. Be good to yourselves and each other. We'll see you on the other side.